Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorps, one of my favorite signs. Shh, don't tell everybody else to do. So here we are, Scorpio. Gonna do your past, present, and future energy. And yeah, I do look different right now. So I'm not dressed like this just to show it off. I'm gonna show it off a little bit because I'm really proud of it. But my tattoo artist said that, hanging out at home for the next day or two to wear a sleeveless shirt if possible, to just, let it breathe and not have fabric rubbing against it. So I just got this done yesterday. Actually, he is a Scorpio, and it represents my 3 levels of spiritual guides. So the moon represents my angelic guides, the heavenly realm, which of course is sitting at the top. And then the raven represents my animal spirit guides. Those could be tamed, wild, and even actually human, because humans are animals too. And then the skull represents my ancestral guides, which is the foundation that everything stands on for me. And so it's something I've been thinking about for a while that I wanted to do, to kind of pay respect and honor to my guides. And yeah, so I put it right on my arm, baby. I'm loud and proud with it. I did think about where I would put it, and it didn't feel right putting it anywhere except on a spot that was usually very prominent, because I thought if you want to honor something, you need to do it outright. You don't put it on your butt. I could have put it on my thigh, but most of the time it would never be seen. So that's what I did. So this is honoring my guides. So I'm going to do a reading for you, and we're going wild unknown. So I did it with Libra, and then I'm going to do it with Scorpio. We're going to do all wild unknown oracle, wild unknown tarot, and even the pocket size edition of the tarot to clarify. So let's get started. I feel like I'm forgetting. Is there something else I'm forgetting now? I don't think so. So Scorpio, it is general. It's a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. If it does and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to the extended is at the top of the description within this video. So I guess I woke up early because I kept it wrapped up last night. He put like a Vaseline. He was really, really good with it. He cleaned everything. And I don't know if he conditioned the skin. He was putting on everything before the tattoo. And then he sprayed stuff on it, and it helped with the inflammation and infection and everything, of course. And then he put Vaseline and he wrapped it up in saran wrap. And I think he said I could take it off that night, but then the paperwork he gave me said to keep it on overnight. So I'm going to keep it on overnight. So when I woke up, looking through the saran wrap, it just looked like a big black blob. Like, I guess like all the plasma and blood of my own skin, like just pushing out and reacting those hours overnight, and the bit of ink that came out with it, just looked like a mess. So I was excited to get out and wash it with soap very gently, just my hands, like he said, this morning. So I woke up at 4 o'clock. I didn't have a shower at 4 o'clock. I stayed in bed until 5:15, and then I had a shower. So I'm kind of tired. All right. So I apologize if I'm yawning. It's not you, it's me. All right, Scorpio, past, present, and future energy for Scorps. Naughty with a dash of nice. In the past, Scorpio, ooh, the hawk. Kind of going with the winds of change here, kind of seeing where things are going to take you. Really being guided quite well. Going into the light, I see that too. Like just kind of going into the light, going towards more positive experience for yourself, going towards more uplifting situations, leaving like some darkness behind here. So I want to say in the past, you've completed to some level of shadow work. Scorpio, I think that's something that you will do off and on throughout your lifetime. So you're kind of closing one off for now, at least anyways. And I say that for now because if this was in your past and I see you flying into the light, I'm going to assume, but let's see what comes out, that you are in kind of like a higher vibrational frequency right now. Now, even if the cards come out and tell us something different, that like everything is on a level here in tarot, so it doesn't mean that your whole life is like not in light. So maybe you are really moving towards the light, but there's, you know, that's not necessarily what the universe wants to talk to you about, because the universe is here to help us get through difficult things. But anyways, let's see what it has to say. Presently, oh, you have the tiger. You have your eye on the prize. You've been flown into the light, and now you have your eye on the prize. You have your eye on the prize. Like intense. This card always comes off so intense to me. Does it not? Very predatory. And I mean that on a level of understanding what it is that you want, understanding it, where it appears, understanding whether you need to actively go after it, or if you need to wait for it to come to you. That, like that kind of energy. In the future. You have the frog. It's so cute. It's like, oh, that was intense. Okay, now I need a cold shower. But that's funny. Maybe it's a lot of passion. Like, this is not only, I mean, it's the all chemical symbol for fire, but there's actually like flames around it in this card. It's a bit intense. You might be feeling a bit of intensity right now. Passion, desire. You might be feeling very passionate and desire, like have a lot of passion and desire driving you right now. But then in the future, you get very watery, which on some level is balance for you. Water and fire for Scorpio, Mars and Pluto. It's a very cleansing and healing. So I do see you going through a period of cleanse and heal. You know, maybe this could be even like a work energy, or dealing with something that's been difficult, kind of finally blowing that, letting that blow out with the wind, with the past here. But you're still in process right now. I feel like you're still in process with a predatory energy. So you just actually, let's change it, because it is an apex predator here, but like nobody's got this better than you. So I would say that, but it's a very masculine energy, like identifying systems, possibilities, openings, strategizing, implementing, very, very much so. And then taking a big step back from that in the future. This is like taking some time in the bath, having a shower, cuddling up in a blanket. Like, it's a really different energy. So if you are feeling like, for whatever reason, maybe your life has been very intense lately, or maybe you've just had a lot going on. And I feel like too, like this isn't necessarily you have control over this, because it's almost as if this is blowing you into something. So just a cycle, and things have been like, oh yeah, I need a hot minute to recover. You have that coming in the future. And then you have starfish on the bottom. Wow. Oh, you keep with the fire in the water. Oh, and what are you doing? How long does this go in the upright? This is ridiculous. This is a whole freaking reading. I'm going to stop at the oyster. I feel compelled to stop at the oyster. Look at this underline. Let me just push these up. I'm still going to clarify this stuff. You have the starfish, the octopus, the cobra. Do you see that intensity is still here? It's still kind of that apex predator energy too, and that just intense stare. Where are you there? But then again, you have fish, you have water again. And then you have the golden egg and the oyster. And isn't that interesting? Because oysters make jewelry. Oysters make pearls. Oysters make tangible, real, physical things in places where you didn't think they would be created. And the golden egg represents something in the here and now for you. Now, I don't know, it's coming up as an underline. So it might be something that you're working towards, but this is real. All the other eggs in this deck, this is the only one that's real. It's solid, it's physical, it's in the world right now. The cosmic egg is an idea, is a possibility that's kind of being energetically formulated to end up here on Earth for you. The black egg is some sort of a deep truth within you. I think there's another one, but this golden egg, this is here right now, honey. And it's sitting with the oyster. So it's also something that sits deep within the ocean, and it could be, like, if you think about it, an oyster, a pearl is created based on some sort of tiny grit that gets in there and irritates the membranes, the body of the oyster, so it keeps healing, keeps healing, keeps healing. Literally, you could look at a pearl and say that it's different layers of healing, different layers of healing cycles. And that's going to cause something to hatch out here. And you're doing that by negotiating both your fire and water element. I see you using more water than fire, which I think is more typical of Scorpio. But everyone's going to be different too, based on like your moon and your rising and your Venus and all sorts of stuff. But definitely using a lot more water than fire, but you're keeping it in there. You're keeping, like, the fire is driving your intensity. The fire is sort of what's keeping it going. Keeping your eye on the prize, keeping your eye on the prize. The watery element too, I feel like it's almost telling us, like, having a lot going on, having an awful lot going on, needing to consume and burn a lot of calories. What was I watching? I don't remember what program it was, but it was on nature. And was it a new animal thing on Netflix? But they were talking about the octopus, and out in the Pacific, I guess off the coast of BC. I think BC, I don't know if they're in California too. I think they like the cooler water. I don't know. Anyways, talking out my ass at this point with that. But this octopus out in the Pacific Ocean is what it's reminding me of. And this thing grows. What did it say? It needs to consume 24,000 calories a day. I'm rewound to hear that again, and that is not right. I don't know, say that right. Nobody consumes 24,000 calories a day. This, and I just feeling that, like, this looks like such a big octopus. I love how, like, all these cards always change and transform in meaning as I learn more about life. And I can't remember what this, maybe it's called the Pacific octopus, but it gets freaking huge in like just 3 or 4 years. It's just monumental how big this thing gets. Yeah. I'm just getting that because all the tentacles of the octopus are just all over the place. And the brain just going like nuts, like really managing a lot right now. There's so much more going on, which is very typical of Scorpio under the surface than what is presented here. And it's kind of star bright. Anyways, it has a lot to do with healing over and over and over again. So you're kind of sick of it. And then you spew out a beautiful golden egg. So that was the underline. Now we're like 15 minutes in already. Some tarot readers have completely finished their readings by then. I'm just getting going. I've tried. I just can't do it. Too much shit to say. Too much to discover in these cards about y'all. Sometimes I wonder if maybe like just doing all these readings and all these different messages, if they add to the Akashic records. You know, that really intriguing and fascinating elements of all of you that is so hidden. By verbalizing it, by recording it, I make it physically real in this world. And by doing that, I give, I don't know, I give it, you know, like any of us too, like speaking a story, telling a story, add it to the Akashic records. I don't know why I said that. Maybe that meant something to you, Scorps. All right, let's go into the tarot. Past, present, future. The past, 6 cups. Daughter of cups. Son of swords. Ah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, something pulled you from a path here. The tiger. You have the Ace of Pentacles. There's your eye on the prize. A star. There's a star. Starfish. Eye on the prize. Judgment. Oh, yeah. The frog in the future just feels so... Oh, 7 of Wands. Yeah, you probably need the frog then. Oh, 5 of Swords. Shit, yeah. 8 of Cups. Okay, but I feel like that this is why you have the frog coming in. There's another layer to your oyster. your pearl. Ace of Swords. That sounded kind of sexual. The Ace of Swords. There be truth in this here reading. You're looking for a truth. Looking to express a truth. Looking to fully understand. Now, okay, in the past with the hockey, you have the Six of Cups, Daughter of Cups, and the Son of Swords. Like the Knight of Swords. I feel like the Son of Swords, it pushed you back. Boop, boop. Look at this. Look at this dynamic, this energy. Just ready, almost like the clear, wide opening. Boom. Nope. And that would kind of make sense why you're sitting with your eye on the prize. You haven't taken your sights off the prize. Whatever this goal is for yourself, there's something here that you want. And you know, with the Six of Cups and the Daughter of Cups, it really feels like it has everything to do with what was driving you forward. Is all this rainbow energy is being picked up here. It's almost like the exhaust fumes coming out of the engine. And what do we have here? But with the Six of Cups, which is actually Scorpio energy, and then the Daughter of Cups, we see the roots. We see all this rainbow in here, and then we see it reflected as well. And a very innocent. These two cards are very innocent and beautiful. Very soulmate, childlike energy. Makes you excited for the day. Could be someone or something or a project or a place. It speaks to your soul. But then the Son of Swords comes in and stops it. And it's pretty clear. Like there's no, you can't move forward with that just yet. You couldn't. I feel like it's playing out in two ways. I feel like it's a part of your life, right? We all have many different parts of our lives. So, you know, when someone's doing a reading, it could be very just two-dimensional to say that this is your whole life. But this is a part, some aspect of your life here. And I feel like you needed to kind of pull your attention away and deal with something else, but you're still, you know clearly what you want with the Son of Swords. You know very clearly what you want. And boy, in the past, and here you do, the Ace of Pentacles, the Star, and the Judgment. Man, this is just like rising, 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 rising up to the occasion, creating something, a brand new start here. It's a brand new start, and it feels really supported by the cosmos, which makes sense that you would, because if you have a golden egg, it was supported by the cosmos at some level. It would have started as a cosmic egg, and then you're going to be hatching it out. It is your hope to hatch it out. But now in the future, you have the frog, and I really think you need the frog, because there's some sort of healing that needs to go on here. All three of these tarot cards are like more difficult energies. The Seven of Wands, so there's some sort of defense going on here. The Five of Swords, something's been cut out or something's been won at all costs, and not everyone is going to necessarily feel good about how that is. And then the Eight of Cups. I feel like on some level, like it could be something that played out in your life here. I do feel more strongly that you are going to be attempting in the future to cut some sort of defense mechanism out of yourself, to stop utilizing it, to maybe sort of recognize what triggers it, and to try to cut it away. But I feel like you need to pull away emotionally with the Eight of Cups to do that. You need to pull yourself out of the equation to see yourself clearly in the equation in the future. And then that's where you get all this healing and cleansing energy with this. Now I think about these frogs too, and how they have these, the brighter their colors, the more toxic they are, the more poisonous they are, and obviously advertising that to predators. I don't think you're as predatory as you may be coming off. You might be trying to protect something within yourself or someone around you or something you're creating, but definitely trying to lower the defense mechanism. Giving yourself the space and time that you need. I want to see the Son of Swords. This feels like it's an energy that kind of changed everything in the past, or it made you very clear about your direction. The Son of Swords. Oh my gosh, the Three of Swords. Yeah, it feels more like it's talking about what pulled you from your past. It felt like your path was the Six of Cups and the Daughter of Cups. And that you were drawn to it, you were being guided to it, and then something suddenly put the brakes on it. And it hurt, like you feel it. All right, let's not dwell on the past. You have an Ace of Pentacles here. The Three of Wands. It's coming in. It's coming in. So I do want to say it's something that you probably already put the work in a while ago for this. And it's starting to pay off. Maybe it's connected to the past, because the past is showing up in the reading. There's something significant about it. I want to say it's mostly, this is likely linked somehow. You've already put the work in. The rainbow is showing up in there too. And it is in the Star. So you've already put the work in. So there isn't a lot of work required of you for this Eight of Pentacles to actually happen. It's coming in. It's a ship that's going to come in. You've put the order into the Universal Amazon, and they are in the process of processing it and shipping it out to you. The Star. Daughter of Cups, Five of Wands. See? Eye on the prize. The prize was over here, and you were pulled off the path for some reason. Outside responsibilities, new information that you gained, whatever that was, you were pulled off the path, but you still see this. You still see there's something that is being reflected to you that you relate to. Judgment. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune and Father of Wands. I feel like waiting, and possibly, because Judgment, being Major Arcana, is something that not so negotiable. Like, you don't necessarily have the capacity to make this happen with one swift, simple action. But I feel like you're waiting for some sort of circumstance to change here for you to take complete control of the situation with the Father of Wands. You're waiting to take complete control of some sort of situation. Now, the future. I want to ask about the Frog first. What is this cleansing or healing? The Sun. Wow. Wish fulfillment. Your desires. The trueness of you. You're healing that. I mean, you're healing the deepest part of your experience. The Seven of Wands. Wow, Four of Pentacles. And the Strength card. It's a little bit like, oh, I feel like the defense that you show up in the future with the Seven of Wands is you having to hold back. Like having to have some sort of self-control or inner strength here to hold back. That's your defense mechanism. Why, I wonder? I don't know why you have to hold back, but you do. So maybe there's something based on timing, you know, right here. Like right now, it's almost like you're waiting for this Judgment with the Wheel of Fortune so that you can take total control of a situation with the Father of Wands. The Five of Swords. Oh, that's a lot of cards. What the hell? The Two of Cups. The Fool. The Ten of Wands, Judgment, the Nine of Wands. Whew. Oh, I'm hearing Avicii? Is that the, yeah, it's a long road to hell without no soul. I'm hearing that song for you with these cards that came out here. 2 of Cups, a Fool card, 10 of Wands, Judgment, 9 of Wands. It's a long road to hell without no soul. Avicii. I'm seeing like trying to heal. There's so much trying to heal. Working on healing in the future has to do with your 2 of Cups, something that makes you feel so light of heart, something that makes you feel like equal in every way. And it's a heavy burden, waiting for the judgment. Like waiting for this judgment is like climbing a precarious staircase. It feels like it never ends, and every step is either stubbing your toe or stepping on something difficult, and it just becomes really tiring. But with the frog, I see you like reclaiming some level of it reminds me of a Libra a little bit. Just needing a bit of a hot, yeah, because they had the lizard, which is about giving yourself time to recuperate. That's a bit what this is feeling like as well, like a recuperative energy. And we are moving into the holiday seasons for many people, and so maybe some of you are going to be getting some time to just kind of recuperate. Sleep in a little bit, keep your pajamas on all day, I don't know. 8 of Cups. The Hermit. Yeah. You are definitely going to pull away from anything that feels like you've had to expel a lot of energy towards it. If you've had, so even if there's a lot of like something going on, this whole reading for you is some sort of internal process. I want to say you're pulling away from that for a bit, and you're just doing something that really doesn't involve a lot of emotional investment, and you're just sort of like, I'm real comfy at home with the fireplace going. And then others of you, there's something here that you've been struggling with externally, and I do see you pulling away from that, giving yourself an emotional break, giving yourself some time to reflect. 4 of Swords, the Magician. See, that's what you need though. It's almost like the 4 of Swords and the Magician. It's really healing yourself, but when other parts of your body are depleted or exhausted, the third eye, like your our sort of 6th senses, they get depleted too, and that can be difficult to manifest new things. So you're going into some sort of healing here, and I feel like a lot of the exhaustive energy is some sort of self-control, like holding yourself back somehow has been the hardest part for you in something. This doesn't feel like you have to hold yourself back because there's nothing around you. There you go, Scorpio. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go do the extended. Until next time, do be gentle with yourself. Say bye, Lily.